Hey, welcome to the Rugged Ridge A-pillar light pod and Hella LED light install. Here's the box that the pillar came in. I also ordered a wiring harness to make it easier. The light is a 6 LED light. It's the mini light bar. They call it the value fit. Here's what the pillar looks like. It holds 4 lights and it's factory OEM. Comes with clips and everything you need to install it. It also comes with detailed instructions on how to install it and what you need to do. The pillar also comes with 5 switches. Like I said earlier, it holds 4, but they're novelty switches in the sense that they're all labeled differently. This one's pretty cool. Ended up using this one. The Sasqmoto lights. Next is the Hella value light. That's what they call it. It's a 6 LED light. It's a spotlight version. That's what it looks like. It's got a metal casing. That's what the wires look like. It also comes with the hardware necessary for mounting it and instructions for the wiring harness. The wiring, it's pretty thick cable. It also comes with all the connectors that you need for both sides. And again, this has detailed instructions as well. Here's where I'm mounting the lights on the front of this eajy bar. They look pretty nice. First thing you want to do is obviously open the hood. Most people use the bar to prop it up. I actually, in this situation, wanted to have more room, so I laid the hood on top of the windshield. Then you want to lay out the wiring as to where you want it to go. I'm going to put it through this hole on the firewall right here, because the hole already exists. I've used it previously. And you just slide the wire through that. And as you can see, there's wires in the front. Here's the connector and what it looks like. And obviously the other side. They're very long wires that you'll need to cut down. Here's where the wiring relay will be. And I'm going to go ahead and slip the wire through the firewall, just so you guys can see how easy it is. The wire will end up coming out under the driver's side dash, and there it is. So what I'll do is I'm going to clean this area right here, because I'm going to use double-sided tape to mount the wire harness, or the relay I should say. And it's industrial strength double-sided tape that you can buy at Home Depot. Use the utility knife just to peel the backside edge off of it. It's easier that way. Or kind of. And so this is the main point of it, and I'll go ahead and mount it right here, because this is where everything starts. Next you want to assemble the light. Make sure you put that bolt in first, because once you put it on you won't be able to utilize it. You want to insert these nuts into the self-contained unit. When putting them in, you don't need a wrench to hold on one side, they stay in place. You want to put the bracket on first. And then start the threading on the Allen bolts. The Allen wrench actually came with the lights, so you don't need to guess on which ones you need. Each light came with its own separate Allen wrench. And you just want to tighten it snug, but not too tight on both sides, because you might need to adjust it. And there you go. Remember to always put that bolt in first, because you can't put it in once you put those on. This is a rubber vibration plate that helps it from shaking once you have it mounted. And what I'm doing is mounting the lights on. It takes a 1/2-inch wrench to put them on, and I'll tighten them, but not too tight. And here's the quick disconnect leads that I put on. I use these instead of the other fittings, only because if I ever need to take them off, they're easy to take off. They just unplug. And if I ever need to replace the light, I can. Then you want to test it, make sure it works. And there we go. Next thing we want to do is take the A-pillar pod, and we have to cut out the slots. You see there's 4 slots. That's the top, that's the bottom. And I'm going to use these 2, so I'm going to cut those out. Take a utility knife and score them, and then cut. It takes a little bit of time. Just be patient. You don't want to make mistakes on this piece of it. You'll have to cut out additional once you first do it to fit the lights switches in. Make sure you don't cut this, because if you do that, there's no turning back on it. Next thing I'm going to do is take off the visor. There's 2 Allen screws or hexes, and I believe they're 18 millimeters. These 2 screws actually hold on the visor. Once you take those off, the visor just pops right out. There's 1 screw down here. It's a plastic screw. You need to loosen it up first, and then once you loosen it, the whole pillar pod that's on there will just pop right off. That wire that's hanging down is for the mic, for the Bluetooth. You just unplug that. You want to run the wire up the side of the dash, and then obviously you can do the wires and plug those in. Then what we're going to do is connect all the wires and then put the pillar pod back on. It's kind of easy, but it just takes some patience. You got to make sure the wires are put in the back and the wires are tucked in. And you can see the 2 light switches. That's what they look like when they're lit up. Next thing you want to do is plug that mic cable back in, and then just put it back in. Plastic screw holding it up. And then put the visor back in. And you can see the wires are put away. Here I'm testing the light just to make sure they work properly. They're pretty bright. There they are. That's what it looks like with all the lights on. You're all done. Just tie wrap everything. Make sure you tuck it. Connect all the cables that you're supposed to be connecting, positive, negative, and you're done. Here's the result. Thanks for watching.